And even as the farmers' agitation continues for the 26th day now, Centre has written to farmers offering the next round of talks. However, this time around, it hasn't specified any kind of date. Centre has rather asked farmers to fix a date for talks to end the stalemate. All eyes right now are on the farmers' next move, who will be holding talks this afternoon over Centre's offer on talks. Meanwhile, several farmer unions are holding a relay hunger strike from today. They have also appealed to beat THALIS during PM's Man Ki Baat next Sunday.
जिस तरह केंद्र सरकार प्रस्ताव भेज रही है, सही है, भेज रही है, बहुत बढ़िया है, पर जेकर जो प्रस्ताव है हमको वो मायने नहीं रखते हैं, उस प्रस्ताव के हम गलबात करने के लिए तैयार नहीं है। हमारा एक ही प्रस्ताव अपना है कि हम जो सरकार को दे के आए गए 5 दिसंबर को कि इन कानूनों को रद्द किया जाए, इसमें बहुत सारी कमियां हैं।
Let me go across to our Mumbai newsroom. I'm now being joined by Tanima. Tanima, so once again, we are seeing that Centre has made this offer to talk with farmers. However, farmers are yet to take a call on that. But this particular letter that has been sent out to farmers by Agriculture Ministry, if you can just take us through some of the highlights. What is actually mentioned in that letter?
Right. In fact, the first important point, Gauri, that we need to point out in this letter is that there has not been any particular date which has been given by the Centre. The Agriculture Ministry's letter clearly points and invites farmers to hold the next round of talks, but it has left the ball in the farmers' court, essentially saying that they should come up with a date as to when the talks can be held. In fact, the letter also points out that the farmers must spell out their apprehensions about the laws. Remember that in the letter, the Centre, the Agriculture Ministry, has gone on to say that the grievances of the farmers were not particularly clear with regard to the negotiations of the talks which were held in the last round. So the Centre clearly pointing out that there needs to be more clarity, if you go into the next point, that there needs to be more clarity in terms of some of the aspects which the farmers want to improve or change in the new farm laws. In fact, discussion on specific issues can end the agitation. So in a way, the Centre has also told the farmers that there should be some movement in terms of talking about this situation so that they can reach a resolution and that the agitation can in fact see an end. They have urged farmers to specify a date for talks, as we mentioned, that this is the first time that we're actually seeing that the Centre has left the ball in the farmers' court, and also mentioned that farmers' unions haven't shown any signs of negotiation, in a way suggesting that while the Centre has in fact said that they are ready to make certain amendments in the 3 farm laws, but the farmers don't seem to be moving or budging from their stand, that there needs to be negotiations in terms of where this issue can go, and that has not been done by the farmers' unions, and that the Centre is always firm on resolving farmers' crisis. This is something that they have maintained right from the beginning, that this the new laws that they have brought about is for the benefit of the farmers, and that is the attitude with which these talks should be approached. Gauri.
Right. Also, Tanima, we have seen several rounds of talks taking place between the Centre and the farmers, and now other one also looks to be held in future. But however, all of them fail to end the deadlock. So where exactly these talks between the government and farmers are stuck?
That's right. In fact, if we look at some of these aspects, Gauri, that essentially the point being that both sides seem to be adamant on their stand. The farmers' main demand, of course, is that they want all these 3 laws to be revoked. The Centre, on the other hand, have in fact offered amendments in the past, but they have said that there's no question of repealing any of these 3 laws. So essentially, where are the if we go into that particular graphics which talks about where the stocks are stuck, in fact, you will see that essentially it is the first part being that the farmers are essentially saying that the 3 laws should be repealed. The Centre is, of course, maintaining, as I mentioned, that there will be, if possible, there can be amendments, but there's no question of repealing the new laws. If we go into the next aspect, there will be a law on the minimum support price. Now, that is also another aspect which the farmers have, in fact, expressed their apprehension, saying that they believe that MSP will be done away with, and they want a particular written assurance to suggest that from the centre that there will be no change in terms of the minimum support price. And the centre has in fact said that they can give a written assurance in MSP, but the farmers maintain that what the government has in fact assured, but on paper there is something else which is written in the farm laws. And as far as the third point where the talks are stuck, mandis lose monopoly and they must not be scrapped. That is something, again, an apprehension which the farmers' unions have expressed. The centre, of course, essentially saying that the states can register private mandis and fix cess. So they are again reassuring farmers that it is not such that there will be a more monopoly in terms of privatization and the mandis will kind of lose their importance. That is not what is going to happen. And even if private players come into the play, there can be cess which is fixed on these on the transactions there as well. So these are some of the assurances which the centre has given. But the farmers, of course, clearly maintained that these are their specific demands and there should be proper assurance which comes in from the government with regard to them.
Right. Thank you, Tanima, for explaining to us and to our viewers basically what are the points of contention between farmers and centre and why are these talks stuck. And also one important update is that farmers are going to take a call as to whether they are going to hold meeting with centre or not. This after, of course, centre made another offer to hold talks over the deadlock which has been continuing for over 26 days now.